The acclaimed, top of the chain, so I bet you know the name.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what it do?
It's your boys, Tez.
And CL Cool.
And you already know this your favorite podcast. I still love pro wrestling. ... I think.
No, don't forget them 3 dots. Please don't.
Don't forget them 3 dots.
We're on the road to 50 subscribers. We're at 12 right now, which I appreciate.
Yes.
But I'm trying to get to them 50. So like, comment, subscribe.
And look here. I know y'all watching. The one with Roman Reigns and Logan Paul has now harbored how many views?
1.5 thousand.
1.5 thousand. Now you can't tell me if you done stopped by the crib. You can't hit that like button. You can't subscribe. Come on now.
Come on, give it to us, man.
Yeah, you can do that. It's 2 clicks. Boom, boom. If you can like it, you can subscribe. Let's go.
Let's get it. All right, man. This is the episode Let's Talk About. And it's going to be from Smackdown, September the 23rd, 2022.
Man, okay. Let me say this. The way they opened this show, I was waiting for it. Because, there's always a certain crowd shot when Roman about to come out.
Which I'm glad to see him back. How do you feel about, before we get into it, like WCW did it back in the day with Hogan? I mean, when he was champion, he would come on certain episodes. Like sometimes you would need to do for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? I like it because to me, I don't think the champion should always be there. I think he can afford to lose a couple weeks. You don't have to be there every week or dilutes the show.
Yeah.
So if he's there, like he missed 2 weeks and he come back, it makes it a way bigger deal that he's back than seeing him every week.
I agree. It's kind of like the early days, like back in the, I want to say the 80s and the 90s. If you recall, you didn't see Hogan at all the shows. You didn't see the WWF champion at all the shows. Like you would have a whole Raw where you might see a clip.
My fault, I'm gonna let you continue. But to be honest, even before '93, there was no Raws. So,
well, yeah, you had like Superstars and Saturday Night Main Event.
But yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right.
You wouldn't have the champion on every show. You might see a clip of what's going on.
Yep. Like
he's still beefing with such and such, but you'll have a whole show. That's where the workhorse belts shine. That's where the Intercontinentals and the Europeans and whatever else was going on at the time. That's where they shine.
Tag teams.
You relied on those, and the champion was basically like that icing on the cake. It makes it feel more impactful. That's why Brock Lesnar, I believe, has had that oomph every time he shows up, because it feels like a final boss. Because you don't see him all the time. Exactly. When he shows up, it's something serious.
Yep.
So
I love it that he hasn't showed up. So a lot of people, if you go online, they complain about it. Oh, he only on the show when he wants to be. Yeah, that's the point. He's the champion. He shouldn't have to be there every show. Imagine a UFC champion being there every show. Just every pay-per-view, every UFC fight night, every UFC on Fox. Imagine that.
That'll get old.
It'll get old quick.
It's just like, and if you think about it, with every top star that has gone into that schedule, if it was the right person, it worked. Look at what happened when The Rock cut his schedule back. Anytime you heard that If You Smell, the crowd erupted because he been gone for 2-3 months. Or when Stone Cold cut his schedule, when you heard that glass break, it was going down.
So, and that's another thing. Like where the Attitude Era did it, yeah, but there was no streaming in the Attitude Era. There was no, there was internet, but it wasn't like it's not like it is today, where you can just go on YouTube and type what happened on Smackdown in '99. It wasn't like that, so it was can't miss because of the times that we're in.
Exactly.
So like now you don't need. I don't think you need your champion, your world champion at every show. That's what your Intercontinental champions for. That's what your US champions for. That's what your tag team champions for. Yep. That's what your women's champion for. Like your champion should be able to come when he wants to, or when an important event is coming up, and Roman Reigns is doing that. And to piggyback off that, start off the show, you do have the whole bloodline coming out. Yes, Sami Zayn too. And I love this segment.
This segment was hilarious for many reasons. Mainly the parts that centered around Sami. Like they established, Sokoa does acknowledge his tribal chief.
Yeah.
They, have officially let the world know he is a member of the bloodline. And he here to do work.
Be the enforcer.
Be the enforcer, just like the Usos. And he's decided that he's basically, this is the squad. And he focuses his attention on Sami. And this is where it gets hilarious.
This is where there was some great writing. Great writing.
This man in the world is at this point, they waiting on the turn. This is almost like when Dominic turned on Ray. It's like everybody saw the writings on the wall, but they just was waiting on it to happen. He's looking at Sami, giving him, Roman with the facial expressions. It's gold. They make my man rip his shirt off. Tell him he can't wear the shirt anymore. He can't wear the bloodline shirt anymore. Only to give him his own personal honorary Us shirt.
That was gold. I was watching. I'm like, damn, they about to beat the crap out of Sami.
Hey, Jay was all for it.
Oh, take it off. Take it off.
Oh yeah, Jay was ready.
Dude, when Sami Zayn got the shirt, I love how he went straight for Jimmy. They did the last shit, and then he went solo, and then he showed the shirt off today. Like, yeah, you see me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is gold.
I promise you,
this is gold.
When that turn happened, Jay gonna be the first one in line, ready to stomp him out.
Oh,
but Sami is playing his role to a T. I love it.
I love it. We go into the first match of the night: Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans. You already know my opinions on Lacey Evans. Like, you remember she came back, and then she gave us her story about her childhood and all that, and then she turned heel and then told us to kiss her butt, and then I don't know what she's doing now. Like,
she's directionless.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't let her go back to the Southern Belle, because I think that's where she was at her best, doing the your nasties, and stuff like that.
But see, that was a Vince McMahon caricature. That was his 1950s caricature. Stepford wife.
But it still worked for her.
It worked for her. Don't get me wrong, because it was better than, because remember she had the military stick back in NXT.
Yeah.
And
yeah, she did.
And it wasn't really connecting.
Yeah, the Southern Belle thing.
That connected.
It's sticky. Like, we about to act like just everything Vince did was bad, but that was not it. The Southern Belle thing was to me was a nice change, because seeing her go back to this G.I. Jane crap, and I'm like,
nah, it ain't working.
But Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans had a little short 6-7 minute match. Liv Morgan won. And then afterwards, she won the match, Liv Morgan, and the commentators kept talking about, I guess the thing is, she already been the lucky champion that, fortunate to win her matches.
Yeah.
Now, I think the talking point is going to be, is she aggressive enough to be in the match with Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules? Because they kept saying that. She don't have the guts to hit her with the kendo stick, and then hit her with the kendo stick, and then he put Lacey Evans on the table, and then drove right through it to put the point that she can be extreme. I am extreme.
You know what? I give her props for trying. I like Liv Morgan. I really do. It's something about Liv that still isn't 100% clicking with me. And maybe that's just me. But don't get me, I like her. I know her backstory. I like her. But they gonna have to, I don't know, man. She gonna have to have a good, solid run. I even think Lacey got too much offense in this match.
She actually did.
Yeah.
I think it's not believable because of her size. And I know we sound old-fashioned when we say it, but to a casual fan, that's what you think about. That little girl beating up that big girl. So I think the reason there's something missing is because of the size of her.
And where she lacks in size, it's not really being capitalized by personality.
Exactly.
Because somebody like a Rey Mysterio, where he lacks in size, his character alone overshadows it, just like Sasha. Sasha is small. everybody she fought looked bigger than her, but her character and overall charisma just made you forget.
Like when she took the belt off of Ronda at SummerSlam, I thought her first match should have been like against Natalya or Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
Because they put her right in there with Shayna Baszler, another MMA type woman that we just don't believe that she's beaten.
Nah.
And all her matches, even when she won the belt, has been like by the skin of her teeth, luck. So all the fans are like, okay, how lucky you gonna be? How long is this gonna be? You gonna keep being lucky? Your luck gonna run out soon. I think that's why the fans are like not on her side. Because they know luck is about to run out soon.
Yeah. I guess it remains to be seen. I feel like they go if she wins against Ronda, they're gonna make it be something much pun intended, extreme. She gonna have to do something crazy, Jeff Hardy-esque.
She's gonna bring karma back. I'm just saying, man. There's no way she about to beat Ronda Rousey with Extreme Rules.
She gonna do something crazy.
Okay. So Hit Row was on backstage having a party. They were there with the Street Profits, and Nakamura was there, and so they just had this random party, I guess, backstage.
Hit Row,
yeah, it's just a party.
But basically, all it is something to do. We don't want to sit in catering, so can y'all put us in the party scene?
Yeah. So they showed a graphic of the Usos defending their tag team titles tonight against the Brawling Brutes. And then Sami Zayn was also backstage yelling at a guy. You know, he in the bloodline now, so he want to be in there. I'm part of the fam. Y'all about to give me my meal. Like, what's going on here? And then you have Ricochet. And Mad Cat Moss?
Yeah.
Shows up.
Horrible name.
Joking on him. Talking about Sami Zayn head is up Roman Reigns. And then your boy Solo comes, the enforcer, you know, the new Arn Anderson of our generation.
Solo Rick shot.
And beat the crap out of both of them.
Then Sammy, I was just about to do that. That was funny though. That was a good little segment.
That was a good segment. By the way, Royal Rumble tickets go on sale next week.
Ooh.
In San Antonio, the same place where Shawn Michaels was at 97? Yeah, 97 Royal Rumble in the Alamo Dome. So Royal Rumble gonna be in the Alamo Dome this year. I don't know if you knew that. So that's why they showed the package of Shawn Michaels and all that.
Everybody was speculating like, "Oh, is he gonna give one more match?" No, he is not.
But they did show. So yeah, it's gonna be in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, January the 28th, 2023 at the Alamo Dome.
That's gonna be.
So we're looking forward to that. I'm thinking about doing a live, review of that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Y'all stay tuned because by then we'll have the visuals on deck, so you'll be able to see us and hear us.
All right. The next match, the New Day versus Maximum Male Models. Max and Mansoor.
Okay. All right. My favorite part of this whole thing was the fact that we had hints of LA Knight coming back.
Yep.
That was my favorite part of this whole thing.
What happened though?
I mean, let's be real. The male models, their gimmick is they're stuck on themselves. So instead of being concerned about wrestling, they worried about posing.
And your girl is worried about taking pictures of their pose.
Taking pictures. Maxine snapping pictures and they posing. The whole time I knew they like, all right. So finally, Xavier rolls them up, and this is also being called the Backwoods. Rolls them up. Yeah, it's being called the Backwoods now. Puts him in the Backwoods. Gets the 3 count. Yeah, it has a name. It has a name.
Oh,
he gets the 3 count. Off. Oh yeah, that is another finisher. He got that elbow drop.
Yeah.
And then he got the Backwoods. The Backwoods. Yeah. He hit him with the Backwoods, man. It was over.
I know how you said you put him in the Backwoods.
He put him in the Backwoods. That's the thing. You gotta think, okay, and even to wrestling fans, that sounds weird. Imagine to an everyday person on the street, if we just talk about some of these finishes, they'd be like, what? But he got the 3 count because they was posing down. And I guess this is going to be part of their thing until we get LA Knight, and then wherever they go with that.
He was heated. Took his little jacket off. He was slamming on the ring apron.
Dummy, yeah, I have feelings coming.
All right.
LA Knight.
All right. So they go back to the party, and then your boy Los Latorios hit on B-Fab. So Top Dollar and Asante, the Adonis, step up to him, and the little Mexican team leaves. So next match is Braun Strowman versus Otis. Do you think they gave Otis too much offense on this?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
The reason I'm gonna say that is because you got two big men. They're different in height, but they big in different ways.
Yeah.
And you want both men to still look dominant, because outside of beefing with Braun, you still want Otis to look like he can do something.
Yeah.
You don't want to reduce him to
jobber
status, because we had plenty of big boy jobbers that then came through and been dropped. You want Otis to still be dominant outside of Strowman. You want Strowman in his new venture to be dominant. So they kind of gave him equal opportunity.
I think they gave him an equal amount of offense.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean it was booked well to make them both look strong. Even in defeat, Otis still looks like Otis.
So next up, the Brawling Brute, Sheamus, Butch, and Reed Holland were interviewed by my first baby mama, Kayla Braxton. Keep your paws off of
the freckles of fire.
Keep y'all paws off my baby mama.
Oh, Lord.
And Sheamus said in 2 weeks he'll get to challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm ready for that.
I like it.
I know Sheamus' chest ain't, but I'm ready for that.
Mm-hmm. So Drew McIntyre's in the ring. And he has a strap in his hand. It's kind of rolled up, but it's a strap. And Drew, talking about how like Karrion Kross has been like cheap shotting him and all that. So he went up to the higher ups. And so at Extreme Rules, it's going to be Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Because you can't run, you can't cheap shot me,
I'm happy we finally getting the match. I'm happy they finally getting it done. They've been building this for a while. I'm happy they just gonna finally face. And in the midst of him saying all that, of course, we get Scarlett. She does the entrance.
I know I guess she's married or with him, but I'm trying to make her my fourth baby.
Scarlett!
Yeah.
It's
beautiful. Anyway.
She on the Bride of Chucky side of the game.
I know.
I'm sorry.
The screen went black and I seen something there like, ooh, whoa. Anyway.
That is all you player.
She comes down and then your boy Drew get attacked from behind, but he gets the upper hand for a little bit. Drew does. He like hitting him with the strap.
Oh yeah.
Beating him down.
He was ready for the jump this time.
Mm-hmm, he put the little strap on him. On Karrion Kross, beating him down, hitting him with the strap. Then Scarlett comes in front of pretty much defending her man, telling Drew don't hit him. And then she tries to throw a fireball.
Man, I've been waiting to get to this part. Okay.
Dude, fireballs never work in wrestling.
I'm trying to look here.
WCW, anybody?
I can't look. It worked when Mankind used it on Taker. It's been some different situations where it has worked a few times, but the whole fireball thing, to me, I get the theatrical side of it. But if you're not good with the flash paper, don't use it.
Want me to tell you what I would have done?
What?
Like when it got to that point where Scarlett was trying to protect Karrion Kross from Drew, I would have had the arena turn like dark a little bit, and then I would have did it so it wouldn't have been seen as much.
That would have hit it.
Yeah, and then like if you had just Drew just be close enough. You don't have to hit him with it. Just be close enough. And it let's say it went off in his face or something like that in the dark. I think they would have worked, but it was the arena was fully lit. we can tell you missed, and they improvised, and they still got it to where they needed to be, which is Scarlett low blowed them,
Yeah.
and then your boy got choked out.
With cross screaming, let it go. Let it go. But let's fight. I want to see these two go at it, and I want to see, is this feud going to be worth it? Because we're not just going to get one match. It's going to be a series of matches. But I want to see what type of chemistry they got one-on-one.
I also like how, before we go, and I forgot to mention this in the Drew McIntyre segment, I like how Drew like, oh, it's your first big match, and just trying to joke with him.
Yeah. I mean, because we all supposed to forget that, he was a gimp at one point.
Yeah.
But
Drew ain't letting us forget.
Nah.
Damage Control makes their way to the ring, and Raquel Rodriguez is going against Dakota Kai. In the match, Raquel was getting her offense in, and Io Sky always interrupted her. Bayley would interrupt, and Shotzi came down and caused the little interference action. Started beating up on Bayley, but Raquel Rodriguez got the win. It was like a little roll up situation, but I'm not saying much about the match, but there was not much about the match.
It really wasn't.
It was more about setting up. It's more about setting up a storyline with Damage Control, Shotzi, and Raquel Rodriguez. That's why I'm not really saying much about the match. It was just a basic match with Damage Control members interrupting every chance they got, and then Shotzi comes in to even the score, the playing field, and Raquel Rodriguez steals a win.
And we're gonna remind you that Damage Control are the heels. The cowardly heels, and that's pretty much what this was. We're gonna remind you that we're gonna introduce Shotzi to the picture, so Raquel has some backup.
Yep.
And I mean, they set the angle up, so where it goes from here, who knows?
I'm guessing Raquel and Shotzi go for the tag titles because we don't need a leader.
No, I'd rather Raquel just do her thing.
I think they're gonna save her. I think they're gonna save her. I think they're gonna keep building her up. You shouldn't this right here is good for her being in this picture. I like it.
I like her NXT character better though.
Like Raquel and Shotzi just go for these tag titles while Bayley try to get Bianca Belair's title. And because Charlotte will be making her way back in the beginning of the year. So,
and we all know when Charlotte come back,
I think Becky and them too. So stuff about to change. So give these girls some time to develop. Going into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So I like it.
And then you still got the looming return of Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Exactly. I like it. Just keep building them up. They need the TV time. This is what you do. This is how you build your women up. This is how you do it.
Take notes, AEW.
Take notes, Vince McMahon. Also, next week on Smackdown in Winnipeg, Shotzi goes against Bayley, Hit Row goes against Los Lotharios, and Ricochet and Madcap Moss goes against Sami Zayn solo. So cool.
Did we mention the Los Lotharios when they decided to crash the party with super kicks?
Yeah.
Man, alright, so I guess when a girl turns you down, that's your response.
Oh, man, yeah, I don't like the super kicks. Like to super kick somebody for rejecting me. I'm adorable. Don't reject me.
So that's the response. We just gonna super kick him. You going to jail?
Or DD or Stone Cold Stunner. Whatever works.
Oh, you gonna say no to me? Come
here. Okay. Main event time.
Oh! Before we do that, did anybody catch the QR code?
Oh yeah! Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, the White Rabbit has struck again because there was another QR code that popped up in the backstage segment, and this week's Bunny Hint was giving the coordinates to Raw. So,
have you also been hearing in so many people's cars they've been putting notes like on the windshield
No.
or the rabbit. Yeah.
And they selling merch.
Yeah.
And we don't even know who this is. Okay, I'm gonna say this: if this is not Bray Wyatt,
First of all,
Trips better make it Bray Wyatt.
and go check out my boy's video because my boy Tez, about the white rabbit, because he gives his great insight about what he thinks going on.
Appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if it ain't Bray, I don't care if it was the return or somebody else. Call Bray Wyatt because
It can't be nobody other than Bray.
Because if it's anybody else, they're gonna get booed. They are gonna get booed, and this whole thing is gonna collapse in on itself.
Oh, ain't James L.
But chinless aggression? Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Chinchilla ain't coming back.
We'll see.
Nah.
We'll see. Okay.
Nah, he ain't coming back.
Okay.
James Ellsworth?
I'm the white rabbit. Anyway.
Bruh. That would be the first wrestling riot we've seen in a long time. That'll be one of them stories they talk about in the 70s and 80s when people were stabbing people and all. Yeah. That'll be a riot.
Okay. Main event time. The WWE Tag Team Champion. Uso. Undisputed champion. J and J Uso. With Solo and Sami Zayn. And that's one going against the Brawling Brutes. And with Ridge Holland and Butch with Sheamus and Necklace. This match was great.
This match was really, really good. I love how the Brawling Brutes have really come into themselves and the chemistry as a team. Everything is gelling, and they're letting Pete Dunne be Pete Dunne. He's Butch, but they're letting him be Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne with Ridge Holland, I'm not even gonna front. At first, I was like, man, how they gonna make this work? They making it work. And with Sheamus as the head, I mean, it's a legit stable that's a legit threat. And they good. The boys good.
Yeah, they're making it work.
And I felt so way about Ridge for a little bit. With probable cause. But he's grown on me. I ain't gonna lie.
The match was kind of going back and forth. It was some good action. Then some stuff started happening on the outside. Sami Zayn went over there to confront Sheamus, and Sheamus laid him out. And then, not laid him out, but the Imperium came, beat up Sheamus. And one of the main reasons why the Usos won that match.
Yep. And we can't sleep on Imperium because that's another team that dominated in NXT. Like right now, all these teams, the tag team division is alive and well.
You want to know how it's possible? Because you take the team NXT, who was already in NXT as that team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess I give McMahon credit that he did put the Brawling Brutes together.
Yeah.
But this is how you build up a tag division.
And that's how you make it work. Like, I may not have been a big fan of Heavy Machinery.
Because think about the tag teams right now. You have New Day. You have Hit Row. You have Street Profits. You have even Judgment Day. You want to use them.
Yep.
You got the Brawling Brutes, the Usos, and then you have Imperium, Alpha Academy. This not a tag.
Yeah. You got plenty of tag teams to make the tag division jump and to have different rivalries.
Yep.
Week in and week out. You got but then you still got the random combination that Hurt Business.
Yeah.
Because when they get together, they call themselves the Hurt Business, even though they ain't been on TV in forever.
That's how you
Lost Authorials? You didn't say them either.
Yeah, I forgot. See? I was gonna say Maximum Male Model.
They count, but they count at the bottom of the barrel.
Okay. So you have a tag team division now. Crazy, right?
This dude.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But, ladies and gentlemen, Usos win, and that's how we go off the air.
Them celebrating.
Yep.
And, setting up the angle, not only for the turn that's gonna happen. Jay hitting it the whole time. It's gonna happen.
You think Jay gonna turn on him?
I think it's gonna be Jay that he gonna carry the torch. When it does happen, they gonna let him be the assassin.
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna be the one, and this is just me fantasy booking. I feel like he's gonna be the one that catches Sami in some treachery. I think Sami's gonna end up, doing something with KO.
Yeah.
And Jay gonna be the one, because Jay dominated from day one, so it makes sense for him to be the one hearing conversation. Yeah, and then bam, it's on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. What do you give the show? 1 star being the lowest, 10 star being the highest.
I'm going to 10 tonight.
I'm going to 10. I'm giving that an 8.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8.3.
Okay, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it down
two decimals underline.
2 decimals, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Alright, it's certain things that make my eye twitch. As a personal performance, I'm a performer. If you guys didn't know, as a performer, I go by the Dusty Rhodes moniker. You don't do stuff you can't do. You just don't do it. The fireball, that took so much oomph out of that segment.
It kind of
It took.
but the low blow is still effective.
The low blow was effective, but the fireball, it was like, eh. And then, okay, the hit row party. I get we was trying to set up an angle, but how many parties backstage have we seen under the Vince McMahon era? We don't need no more parties backstage unless it's really about to be something. Like people just hanging out, having a random party. And Hit Row, I'm going to need them to actually get Hit Row in the ring and let them go. They have been. But let's not reduce them to being parties backstage. We know where that can go.
Free prostitute for all.
Once upon a time,
big blind. Now they're drinking and.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
We call spade a spade. Have all the black folks backstage.
The only thing they didn't have back there was a space table.
Yeah, basically, have all.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Back there playing cards and like everybody out there working, and you back there in the back,
chilling, having fun.
Then the Latino team come hitting on the girls too. So
exactly.
I'm just saying, don't think too much of it. But that's the end of the show. Let's talk about Smackdown. And this is your boy CF Cool.
It's your boy Tez.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Please do. We on that road to 50, baby. We almost there. Almost. Now, we being very, very optimistic because we only at 12 right now. But you know what? We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And I promise y'all, visuals on the way. We getting everything set up. We got new equipment. We're going to actually put something up. If y'all want to donate to the channel, y'all can donate to the channel as well because all your support will be appreciated.
Okay. We're out.
We out. That's your favorite podcast.
I still love pro wrestling. ...
I think.
We out.
Don't forget the 3 dots.